Hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel. I help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel for more videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Drop a comment below to say hi so I can get to know you a little bit better, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Today we're talking about top toddler tips to deal with toddler tantrums. So, diving right in to the important stuff. Toddlers, 2-year-olds, terrible twos, 3-nangers, they all get a bit of a bad rap. And they're all going to have their moments. But fear not, there are things you can do to help you get through it. My first tip would be, if your toddler is suddenly starting to tantrum, to try and look at the why. And this is a bigger picture thing. Is there anything going on in their lives specifically that they are stressed out about? Is there change going on? Is there a new baby? Have they just started nursery? Are they upset about something? What could be the whys behind the behaviour? And if you can then address those, then the tantrums will often die out. So maybe they feel like they're not getting enough attention because you're busy with a new baby or work or whatever, and devoting extra attention to them when they're not having tantrums can really, really help. My next tip is to really go overboard with the praise and the rewards of the good behaviour when it occurs. So really, oh, well done, darling, look at you eating your food so nicely, and really going over the top and making them feel absolutely great and getting loads of positive attention for when their behaviour is good. Lots of tantrums are generally attention-seeking behaviour. So if they're getting plenty of attention for the positive stuff, they're not necessarily going to feel the need to act out with the negative stuff. My next tip is to not reward the bad behaviour. And by this, I mean generally tantrums are looking for a reaction. So the more minimal you can keep your reaction to it, the better. If they are looking for a reaction, toddlers don't really mind if the attention is positive or negative attention quite often, as long as they're getting the attention. So keeping it calm, keeping your cool, rewarding the bad behaviour by giving it lots of shouting and screaming and interacting with it is just going to encourage it. By keeping it very calm and just, no, we don't do this, and if this tantrum or whatever the behaviour is they're doing that's undesirable continues, then this is what's going to happen. It's all very clear cut, and then you know you're making up afterwards, then you're on the right track. My next tip is one that came from my grandmother, and it is quite simply, let your yes be yes and your no be no. And what this means is your children know if you're full of it. Do not make threats you are not willing to carry out. So think before you speak. Do not go saying, if you do this, we're never going to Nanny's house again. Your children know that you're going to take them there again. So don't go saying things you don't mean. Don't threaten an outcome or a consequence that you're not willing to carry through on. And this goes for children of all ages. So you're better off thinking first, is this really what I want to say, before you say it. I know this is so difficult in the heat of the moment. Trust me, I know. But really try sticking to it, because the second that they know that the more they nag you, the more they tantrum, you're just going to cave and go back on what you've said, the more they're going to tantrum. Trust me. My next tip is to really keep your language quite simple and basic, especially when you're dealing with behaviour issues with toddlers. If you think about when you go to a foreign country, maybe you can speak a little bit of the language and you can understand the gist of what people are saying. But when people are speaking quite quickly in long sentences with long words and you don't understand all of the language, you're not going to pick up everything that's going on. It's the same with toddlers. If you're speaking very, very quickly and using very long words that they don't understand, they're not going to understand your requests to stop the behaviour that they're currently doing. So keeping your language really quite simple and basic and on a toddler level, especially when dealing with behaviour and tantrums, is so, so important. The next one is about the way you use language in speaking to your children when it comes to instructions to them. So it is important to tell your children what you do want them to do as opposed to what you do not want them to do. So for example, if you're saying, don't throw it on the floor, then they're just thinking, throw it on the floor. In fact, that's probably all they heard from the sentence is throw it on the floor. It's quite possible they weren't even gonna throw it on the floor until you gave them that idea. Whereas if you say, keep it on the table, that's what they're focused on. So it's really important to tell your children what you do want them to do, not what you do not want them to do. And my last tip is to channel your inner Mary Poppins. My absolute favourite part of that movie is where she says, close your mouth, Michael, we are not a codfish. And I think if you can channel your inner Julie Andrews while your children are kicking off and like, come along darling, we don't do it like that, let's do this, let's keep the cereal in the bowl, as opposed to throwing it on the floor, let's keep the drink in the cup, come on, come along, come along, come along. Just generally singing the spoonful of sugar in your head, your sanity is going to benefit from it. You have to realise that they're toddlers, they don't mean it. They're just trying to communicate with you and manage their difficult emotions, and it's not quite coming out right. So you need to help them through it, whichever way you can, by singing the songs in your head as you la 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 la, try and keep smiling through it all. It will help both you and your toddler get through this difficult phase. Let me know in the comments if you are currently dealing with toddler tantrums and how they are going for you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, you beautiful people. Good luck with your toddlers and your three natures and them all. You can do this, you super mum. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.